Hello, welcome here, Daily here. Again, this is a video of suitable questions for fifth year or the first year of the Leaving Cert cycle of German for both semesters, depending on how far you're covered on the book, be it Deutsch Komplett or whatever. Um, as a comprehensive lead into the oral examination in April of their final or second year. Um, Again, if you've watched the oral videos from the previous year groups, again, it follows 20 or so questions that span across multiple chapters of the book that are focused on eliciting kind of like communication and enhancing what the students know from a written and oral perspective onto kind of speaking. So you can use it as a standalone activity or a transitional activity to get students working and just to answer the questions repetitively. As I said in previous videos, it doesn't matter how many times they practice because when they're using free speech, their answers will vaguely be different grammatically speaking. So again, the students can learn to tighten up their grammar awareness and leading towards kind of free speech and to get away from rote learning and just learning off by heart. So again, you can use this video by listening to the question in its entirety, pausing it and answering it, or pausing and going to your copybook to see, okay, do I have a comprehensive answer for this? Can I answer it? Can I talk around the topic or issue? Because at Leaving Cert level, any question posed, any answer that you provide is the basis for the next question. So for the example I always give is that if you don't want to talk about a book that you've read, don't say you've read a book, because the natural question that follows is, oh, tell me about the book, for example. So just make sure you're prepared that you can speak generally about the topic that's being discussed, and you don't lead the examiner or teacher down a path that you don't want to discuss, because you control the oral as much as the examiner or teacher does. So, eins, wie heißt du? Wie alt bist du? Wann hast du Geburtstag? Schreiben, wohnen, Sternzeichen. Sternzeichen is star sign. Again, some trivial kind of data, but fun nonetheless. Zwei, hast du Geschwister? Beschreiben. Bestehen sie gut mit ihren Geschwistern aus oder was? Die Vorteile, Nachteile. 3. Welche Fächer magst du? Lieblingsfach und warum? Lieblingsfach, was magst du in der deutschen Stunde, englische Stunde, geschickte Stunde? 4. Wie findest du diese Schule? Was ist eine typische Schultag? Was sind die Vorschriften? Rules and regulations, or guidelines sometimes. 5. Erzählen Sie mir über Ihre Freizeitaktivitäten. Again, so we're starting off with nice, general, easy questions leading on to more, I wouldn't say more difficult questions, but questions that allow for more self-expression. So you'll be expected to be talking more than the examiner is, so to speak. And to kind of like allow yourself the possibility to garnish more points. 6. Was hast du letzten Sommer gemacht? Was hast du zu Weihnachten gemacht? Wie war das Wetter? 7. Was möchtest du nächstes Jahr nach dem Leaving Certificate machen? 8. Was sind die Unterschiede zwischen Schulen in Irland und Deutschland? 9. Was machst du normalerweise am Computer? Ist Sozialmedien gefährlich? Können soziale Medien gefährlich sein? 10. Was willst du beruflich machen? Again, so kind of stop the video at will, or I'll just kind of go through the questions. So again, not all questions will be asked. 6 or 7 will be asked out of the complete lot, depending on how the competency level of the student is and how he or she is performing. So again, the aim of the exam is to match the questions to the suitability of the answers being received. So, 11. Welche Medienformen sind am beliebsten unter Jugendlichen und warum? 12 and 13, they aren't traditionally asked or whatever in conversations, but again, students will know these answers on the basis in preparation for their written perspective and their oral competency. So again, there should be no reason why the students can't use his or her faculty to answer these questions, to promote active and meaningful dialogue in languages. A teacher shouldn't be afraid to experiment or allow the students to experiment in this manner, because it only sharpens their grammatical awareness and how to form cogent and cognizant language sentences. So, welche Ungleichheit gibt es in Ihrer Gesellschaft? Obdachlosigkeit, Ausländerfeindlichkeit. 13. Was für Umweltprobleme gibt es in Irland? Was machst du persönlich für? 14. Was wissen Sie über deutschsprachige Länder? 15. Wie hilfst du zu Hause? Hast du einen Nebenjob? 16. Nehmen Sie Drogen? Nehmen viele Teenager Drogen? Was ist Ihre Meinung dazu? 17. Rauchen Sie? Ist Alkohol ein großes Problem für Jugendliche? Okay, so not too difficult. 18. Lohnt es sich, Fremdsprachen zu studieren? Ist Ihnen Geld sehr wichtig? 19. Waren Sie schon mal im Ausland? Würden Sie auswandern? Und 20, the last question. Was ist Ihre Meinung über, again, some of these topics definitely won't come up, but the feed from the written perspective. So students, the only reason why they can't discuss these topics is their confidence in articulating themselves in German and being confident in using grammatical analysis properly. Was ist Ihre Meinung über Brexit, EU, Kriegerabtreibung, Trump, Syrien, Klimaveränderung und Hungersnot und so weiter? Okay, so 20 kind of sample questions you can use for the oral for a 5th year or any kind of like supplementary activity.